Hi. I'm so happy to see you all here. I want to say welcome to everyone watching here. I trust you had a lovely week before today. So I want to quickly do a quick class with my son, and we're going to solve some questions, and I trust you. We're going to understand everything that's being taught here. So just keep watching and enjoying it. God bless you. See you in the video. Hello everyone. You're welcome to EasyMathsTutor. I'm so happy to have all of you here today. And guess who I have on set today? It's David. Let me say hi. Hi. So once again, I'm so excited to have each and every one of us. So today, we are doing some study in our mathematics because David is having exams on Monday, mathematics exams. Actually, it's junior waec mock examinations. So I'm trying to help him out to do 1 or 2 questions. So David, what have you been studying? Which question do you have? Question 3, okay. Okay, so let's start. Hi everyone. Okay. So what's the question, David? What's the question?
Simplify 6 whole number 2 over 3 plus 7 whole number 1 over 3 minus 4 whole number 2 over 3.
Okay. So the question is simplify, right? So say, what's the first one? 6 whole number what?
2 over 3.
2 over 3. Okay.
Plus 7 whole number 1 over 3.
Plus 7 whole number 1 over 3.
Minus 4 whole number 2 over 3.
Minus 4 whole number 2 over 3. Okay. Is that all?
Yes.
Okay, so we're meant to simplify this, right? Okay. So first of all, we'll tackle the whole numbers, right? So we'll have 6 plus 7 minus 4. 6 plus 7 minus 4 gives you what? 6 plus 7 gives you
13.
Okay, 13 minus 4, 9. Okay, so we'll have 9 whole number, right? So we'll write 9 here beside them. We'll draw a long line. Okay, so what is the LCM of this?
3.
It has the same what number, so we'll just use 3. So say 3 divided by 3 is what?
1.
1 times 2,
2.
2. 3 divided by 3,
1.
1 times 1, 1. Put minus 3 divided by 3, 1. 1 times 2, 2. So our answer will be 9 whole number, right? We'll have 3 here. Then what we'll have there? 2 plus 1 gives you what?
3.
Minus 2,
1.
1. Bingo! So what are the options? What option? What's the correct option?
D.
D. Okay. Okay, so that's it, right?
Yes.
So which other question do you have? We're going to see how we can tackle all the questions as much as possible. Okay, so what's the next question?
Find the coefficients of xy in the expansion of x bracket x minus 4y bracket close bracket 2x plus 3y bracket close.
Find the coefficient of xy in the expansion, right?
Yes.
So that means you have to expand it first. Abi?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the expression? X, right? X and what?
X
Bracket x minus 4y. Then the next one is what?
2x
2x plus what?
3y.
3y. Good. So it's simple. We're just going to expand everything. Okay? When you expand it, and you get the final equation, then you will now look for the function or the term that has xy on it, right? So first of all, let's expand. Should we expand these two first? The bracket first. So we'll say x, right? Put a bracket. Then we'll do this x times this minus 4y times what? This. So we'll do it like this. This is a bracket. So we'll say x. We'll say x times what? 2x plus 3y minus 4y plus 2x plus 3y. Okay? So we have x. X times 2x is what? 2x. X times 3y. 3xy. Right? X times 3y is 3xy. Okay? Minus 4x times 2x. Remember that the minus there, right? 4 times 2 is what? 8. So write 8 first. X times y is what? X, y. Do you understand? So minus 4xy plus 3y. We put minus again, right? 4 times 3 is what? 12. Y times y is what? Y squared. Okay? So we'll also expand this. So 2x times x is what? 2x squared. 3x y. Okay. Is there a okay? Well, first of all, add up this, right?
Yes.
So we'll say 3xy minus 8y gives you what? 3xy minus
11xy.
no, this is minus 8 and plus 3. It will give you minus 5xy. So you say 8 minus 3, 5. But because 8 is negative, the answer will be minus 5. So this is x times minus 5y gives you what? Minus, remember I eliminated this, right?
Yes.
Let me clean it and put 5y there. 5y. It's supposed to be here, right? Right? Minus 5xy. Do you understand? So x times minus 5xy is what? 5x squared y. X times 12 minus 12. Don't forget the minus, okay? Minus 12xy squared. So what does the question say again? That we should find the coefficient of what?
xy. The expansion
of xy. So where do we have xy here? Is there anywhere there's xy? So let's look at what we have here. We have coefficient of x squared being 2, right? We have coefficient of x squared y being what? Minus 5. We have coefficient of xy squared being what? Minus 12. Is there any coefficient of xy in this function?
Yes.
What is it? No, there is nothing like that. That means it is imaginary. It's 0. Okay? So the coefficient of xy, the coefficient of xy is what?
0.
A big 0. The coefficient of xy is a big 0. Okay? I hope you're following us. Okay? You understand? Yes. Okay. So which other question do you have? While he's looking for another question, I want to say welcome to our subscribers. For all those of you that have been visiting EasyMathsTutor, I want to say welcome for always stopping by. I want to say also thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and I trust you're gaining something being on this channel. So let's continue. What is the next question, David?
Number 9.
Number 9, okay? So the questions are coming from his textbook, from this textbook, which is the Junior Checkpoint Past JSCE exam 2017 to 2021, okay? So we are doing Solving Maths 2021 past questions, okay? So Question 9. Question 9.
If cos theta equals to 4/5 in the right angle triangle, find tan theta.
Find tan theta. Okay? So you say if cos theta, so we say cos theta, right? Cos theta is equal to what?
4/5.
Is equal to 4/5. That's 4/5. Right? For a right angle what? Triangle. A right angle triangle. What's the question?
Find tan theta.
Find tan theta. Okay? Do you know the trigonometric functions? The three main trigonometric functions. We have the sine, we have the cos, and we have the tan. Okay, so let's draw a right angle triangle. First of all, this is a right angle triangle. And let's assume this angle here is what? Theta, right? So for the cos, we know that for cos, we'll have opposite, right?
Yes.
No. Cos is adjacent. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Because we use this acronym known as what? So that means sine, cos, and theta. The O stands for opposite, the H stands for hypotenuse, the A stands for adjacent, the H stands for hypotenuse, T stands for opposite, A stands for adjacent. So if we say cos theta means it is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. The adjacent is 4. The hypotenuse is 5. Right? And we also know that the adjacent is the line sharing the angle, right? That's the adjacent. This is the adjacent. So the adjacent is 4. While the hypotenuse is a line joining the opposite. Joining the opposite, right? And the adjacent, which is called the hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse is 5. So how do we find the opposite? We know that there's another law that can help us find the sides of a right angle triangle. What is that law? Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Just remember Pythagoras theorem for right angle triangles. Okay. So Pythagoras theorem states that what? The square of these two sides is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. That means we will say 4 square plus the opposite angle, opposite side square, will be equal to 5 square, right?
Yes.
That means if we make opposite angle the square, the subject of the formula, right?
Yes.
It will be 5 square minus 4 square. Okay? Then the opposite will be found by finding the square root, right?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
5 square minus 4 square. So 5 square is what?
25.
25. 4 square is what? 16. Giving us what? The square root of 9. What's the square root of 9?
3.
Is equal to 3. So that means our opposite angle, opposite side, is what? 3. Simple. For a right angle triangle, the opposite will be 3, the adjacent will be 4, and the hypotenuse will be 5. So looking for tan theta. Tan theta, right, is what? According to Sokatua, opposite over adjacent. So the opposite is what? 3. The adjacent is what? 4. Therefore, tan theta is equal to what? 3 over 4. So check the options. Let's know what exactly we got as the answer.
3 over 4 D.
Good. Let's clap for yourself. Was that easy or not?
It was.
Okay. Is this something that you can do during your examination?
Yes.
Okay. Although it's a bit long, but it's easy. It's a bit long, but it's easy. So, what is the next question?
What is the multiplicative inverse of 2y?
What is the multiplicative inverse? Okay. Okay, so they mentioned something. They said inverse. First of all, I know that the inverse means the opposite of a function. So if they say multiplication, the opposite of multiplication is what? Division, right?
Yes.
So 2y. Sorry, let's use a pen, a marker that is better. 2. No, this is not working. 2y. The multiplicative inverse of this will be 1 over what? 2y. Simple. So what's the options we have there?
C. 1 over 2y.
Good. Clap for yourself. So which other question are we solving today?
Number 6.
You don't know number 6. Okay. So what does it say?
Convert 4, 3, 2, base 5 to a number in base 10.
Convert what?
432 to a number in base 10.
To a number in base 10. This is a base 5 number, right?
Yes.
Let's do another one. This one is going to be long.
Number 13.
Number 13. Okay. Okay, so number 13 will have 2 parallel lines, right? And an alternating line. Okay? So this angle is what? This angle is x theta, while this angle is what? 130 degrees. So what are we looking for?
RT and SQ are
Okay.
2 parallel
This
lines.
is RT and S what? Q. They are parallel, so you see an arrow of the 2 lines.
What is the size of the angle marked x degree?
What is the size of the angle marked x degree? So, these angles, what do you think they call them? These 2 angles, what do you call them?
90 degrees.
No, I think they're more of alternating angles. Say alternating angles.
Alternating angles.
They are not alternating, they are opposite alternates. Or they are adjacent. Okay, they are adjacent angles, right?
Yes.
They are adjacent because they are standing by each other. Because this angle is the same as what? This angle. Because they are alternating, right? This angle is the same as this angle because they are alternating angle. Therefore, this is the same thing as x theta. So we know that the angle of a straight line is what? 180 degrees, right? Therefore, if you subtract this angle, we will get x, right? So 180 minus 130 degrees will give us what? 180 minus 130.
50 degrees.
Good. 50 what? Degrees. Therefore, x degrees is 50 degrees. Clap for yourself. So what's the option? Is it in the option?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So which one are we looking for next?
Solve the
Hi
following.
people, I'm not forgetting you. We're still together.
Solve the following inequality: 2x Okay. That equals 5x plus 6.
Okay. Sounds like a very simple question but confusing. Okay? Don't be confused because of the inequality sign. Don't be confused because of the inequality sign. So, what's the question?
Solve the following inequality.
Can you call it out for me?
2x
Number what?
over first.
Okay. There is an inequality known as what? 2x what? Greater than or equal to what?
5x.
5x plus 6. So we need to look for the value of x, right? It's an equation. So this equation is an inequality, but we're going to solve it as if it's a normal equal sign. That's all. We just solve it like it's a normal equal sign. So we'll say what? Okay, let's say subtract both sides by 2x, right? So we'll say 2x minus 2x. This sign should just be as it is, right? 5x minus 2x plus 6. So this is what? 0. So we'll keep the greater than sign. 5x minus 2x is what?
3x.
3x plus 6, right?
Yes.
So we want only x to be on one side, right? Whichever side, but we just want x to be on only one side. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides, right? So we have minus 6, right?
Yes.
0 minus 6 is equal to 3x plus 6 minus 6, right? So that will give us what? Minus 6 will give us minus 6 greater than 3x. This is 0. Okay? So how do we finally leave this x alone here? What do we do to leave this x alone? We'll divide both sides by 3. We'll divide both sides by 3. So we'll do this. We'll do this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this will cancel this. 3 goes here 1. 3 goes here 1.
Minus 2.
Minus 2.
Minus 2.
So we have, let me move it up here. Okay, so you see clearly. We'll have, okay, we'll say minus 2 is greater than or equal to x. Now remember, x is supposed to be on this side, right? So we're going to flip it over like an inverse. So it will look like this. X is less than or equal to minus 2. And this is your answer. Do you get how I did that?
Yes.
Is it very, very clear?
Yes.
Extremely clear. So what option is that?
D.
High five. Good. So look for another question. Question, right?
Yes.
Let me do the last question for today. So what's the question?
Round up 30 whole number 7 over 19
Yes.
to the nearest whole number.
Okay.
7
7 over 19 to the nearest whole number. So the idea of getting a number to the nearest whole number is to find if the last number, the last part of that number is greater than half or less than half. So we need to find out if that fraction or decimal is greater or less than half. So how do we know? Is this decimal, this fraction is what? 7 over 19, right? So we need to know if 7 is half of, up to half of 19, if 7 is less than half of 19, or 7 is greater than half of 19. So what is half of 19? Half of 19 is what? 9 and a half, right?
Yes.
9 and a half. So is 7 greater or less?
Less.
Is less. So if the fraction is less, means that we're going to, there are two numbers here. There is 30, there are two whole numbers. There is 30 and there's 31. There are two whole numbers, there's 30 and there's 31. So if the fraction is less than half, is greater than half of 1, greater than half, it will be 31, right? If it's less than half, it will be 30. So since 7 is less than 19, that means this fraction is less than half. If you want to check it out, that means the nearest whole number will be what? 30. So what's the option, baby?
B. 30.
30. Whoops. Whoops, whoops. That's good. So should we do one more question, David, or should we take a short lunch break and see them later?
Let's do one more question.
One more question. Okay, email what?
Simplify 7 over 8.
Simplify what?
7 over 8 divided by 1 whole number 3 over 8.
Let me see.
That is 7.
Simplify. Okay. Okay, so the number is what? 7.
7 over 8.
Divided by. Show me.
Divided by 1 whole number 3 over
I like
8.
this kind of questions. It's very simple. 1 whole number 3 over 8. Is that all?
Yes.
Okay, so they said simplify this number, okay? So it's very simple. First of all, we'll convert this mixed fraction to a normal fraction, an improper fraction. So if we convert this, what will it be? It's 1 times 8, right?
Yes.
Plus 3, giving us what? 11. So it will be 11 over 8, right? Divided by 11 over 8. So how do we simplify it further? This sign will turn to multiplication. So it will be 7 over 8, right? Times
8 over 11.
So flip this to an inverse, right? It's inverse, which is 8 over 11. So this will cancel this will cancel this. So the answer will be what?
7 over 11.
Give me a high five. Wow! Isn't this lovely? So what's the next question? I want us to solve.
Write 7,100 in scientific notation.
Okay. What's the number? 7,000 what?
100
100.
in scientific notation.
Notation, right? Okay, so I think that will be, let's first of all count how many. What scientific notation means? Representing that number to the power of 10. Okay? That number, we're going to reduce it to a decimal and multiply it by the power of 10. The number with the power of 10. That's a scientific number. So we'll say 7.1. Right? So if we write 7.1, what do you have in the options?
7.1 times 10 raised to the power 4. 71.0 times 10 raised to the power 3.
Okay, so let's try 7.1, right? So if we have 7.1, we need to count how many decimals got us to 7.1, right? So let's count together. 1, 2, 3. So we went backwards, right? So we say 10 raised to the power 3. 7.1 times 10 raised to the power 3. If we counted forward, we would have used minus. Okay? So what's the answer? Do we have it there?
Yes. C.
Woo! I'm excited. The answers are popping up one by one. Okay. So we're going to stop here today. So I want you to keep joining Easy Maths online prep class, because any day we could come up with our free online classes, and it's done just because of you, our maths lovers out there, our students and people that are writing their examinations, the junior waec, maybe the jamb coming up soon, the senior waec coming up soon. So keep being tuned to Easy Maths Tutor so that you can become a guru just like me in mathematics. Love you loads.
See you in our next video. Thank you. Bye. Let me say bye.
Bye.